what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I had a question, man. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, I can't make no substitution.
I
Do you
couldn't
know why?
I couldn't last game, but this game I can.
It says as a player you cannot make changes to your tag team depth chart.
Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. It did me like that last game.
Word? Yeah, man. I'm over here trying to put my players in and it's not letting me.
Yeah, we can restart it and you can do it off. I mean, like in your main screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, that's just weird, man. I mean, I like doing it like, oh, that's all good. We can finish it. I mean, I'm just blown that it won't let me.
Yeah, it's crazy. It may have been an update or something that happened because literally week 1, I couldn't do it, and I went in and changed them, and I was going to change my punt return, dude. And I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna check it out and see what's up, and it let me do it this time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. I mean, it is what it is.
Already.
All right, cool.
Yep.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the toss, Mixon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And now to the air, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
368.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hot. Lead. Here we go. Can.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Nice. Hey, wahoo!
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Here we go. Check 52. Hey. Watch the twitch.
They'll run with Mixon. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
What's wrong? You need a boo-boo?
They'll run with a rookie from Texas A&M. It's Travion Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Move. 59. Good.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Passing, it's Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. That'll set them back 5. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, 49ers.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Bravo.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20. Hey, alert! Alert! Get hot!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Waiting. 68. 2 by 2. Move. Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
Now a pass hauled in downfield.
Hey, Stevie.
All the way in
If
for
you
a
use the bot, let him in.
score.
Okay.
A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
21. Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the 49ers are back within a score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And and that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Bengals 14, 49ers 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened.
And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. He's going to air one out. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you want.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Cut. Kick out 368. Hey, I-7. I.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Green. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go,
14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down.
Check. Two. Check 24.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Sean Williams had time in on the stop. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Flushed out right. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Bengals grab it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be taken to the back of the end zone. Fighting him off. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
2nd and 10. Dalton once more. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Pushes him over. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the 1st down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. That one 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey. Oh, here we go. Oh.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Matthews, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On the return is Pettis. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Black 80.
Watch QB drop.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He's got it to Matthews, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
I'm going rhetorical on you here. Could that pass have been delivered any better to the receiver downfield?
Not at all, and when he catches that, he didn't even have to break stride. Full speed, that's why he got all that yardage after the catch.
Timing.
To throw is Garoppolo. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carlos Dunlap able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Hey, Haywood!
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm here all day. Mike!
On 2nd and 9, Dalton steps away to his left. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Got to be careful here, Dalton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
You take it right on the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180. Check 45. 21. I got you. Watch the safety creep. Switch. 6. Bullet 5. Flag. Hey, dude. Hey, come on.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here we go.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Check my 45. You ain't doing nothing today. White. Grant.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And an explosive long run, really electric play.
What a fantastic play, too, because when you get one of those runs, you know everything came together well. The blocking, but especially the runner himself, able to find a gap and take it the distance.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. To 15 yards through the air on a 1st down.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 13.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And Matthews has it right side. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
Here we go.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dalton picked off by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That really sets them back, a loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a second. Now Garoppolo lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. We don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Dalton going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? You try.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On second down, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.